Welcome to Flash Tutorial Request 8 Stop Start 1 button. I'm going to start a new FLA. I'm keeping the default, in my case, which is ActionScript 3. And this first layer I'm going to call Button, B-U-T-T-O-N, and I'm going to make a little button. I'm keeping whatever stroke and fill I have, it's not important. Making a rectangle. I'm highlighting it, modify it, convert it to a symbol, make sure movie clip is selected, and I'm calling it toggle, T-O-G-G-L-E underscore MC. Toggle underscore MC. Copy that. Click OK. Open the Properties panel. It says an instance of toggle, and up here where it's instance name, paste in that instance name. Select that buttons layer, lock it, insert a layer, call it ActionScript AS. Click here, open the Actions panel. Again, if you don't have the Action panel docked here, click Window, Actions, right there. Then you can, once you click on that, then you can drag it up in here and have it handy. And type this code in. This is code for this button we just made. We're calling it a movie clip, but we're going to use it as a button. Toggle underscore MC, that's that symbol we just made, period. Add event listener, small a, capital E, capital L, that all turns blue. Open bracket, most event, capital M, capital E, period, click, all capitals, letters, C-L-I-C-K, all capitals. That turns blue. Comma, and I'm calling this function TOG, T-O-G, capital T, close bracket, semicolon. Function, this is calling the function up. F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N, that turns purple. And calling the function TOG, T-O-G, capital T. Open bracket, event, all small letters. Colon, most event, capital M, capital E. Close bracket, I think I said open bracket here. Close bracket, colon, void, V-O-I-D, that turns purple. There's the open curly bracket for this function. And as you start to type, you'll get this closed curly bracket. And I'm just going to type in this word toggle equals toggle multiplied, or the asterisk sign, -1 semicolon. And I'll go through that in a minute with you. So it's toggle, capital T, not the same movie clip, this is going to be a variable. Toggle equals toggle, asterisk, the asterisk is the uppercase of the number 8, -1 semicolon, and just to see if this is working when we do it, trace, T-R-A-C-E, that turns blue, open bracket, toggle, capital T, close bracket, semicolon. And if we're going to be doing something with this toggle, we have to create it. So click here, enter, arrow key go up, and we're going to make a variable. VAR space TOGGLE, toggle, colon, and you see this menu comes up, capital N, new, and right now it says number. Once you got what you want, you hit enter, and space equals, and I'm going to make this 1 and a semicolon. Now when we turn it on, this toggle is going to be equal to 1. We will not have pressed the button yet, this toggle movie clip button, so we won't have this trace taking place. Once we click the button, the first thing we'll do is we'll tell toggle, which is a 1, to be multiplied by -1. You multiply 1 by -1, you get -1. So the first time I hit the button, the trace will say -1. The second time when I hit the button, it'll be -1 times -1, which will be a +1. So every time we hit that black button, in my case, that toggle underscore MC, we'll trace a 1 or a -1. So let's test that. And I'm not tracing anything, but now when I hit here, it'll trace -1. I click again, 1, -1, 1, -1, 1. Let's go back to the main timeline. Lock these layers. Select the button layer, insert a layer, and call it star. S-T-A-R. Right here we have the rectangle tool. Click that little corner, and I want the polystar tool down the bottom here. While that's selected, open the properties panel. Under options, click options, and I want it to be star. So click here, star, and I'm going with 5 sides on my star and 0.5 as the sizes of the points. Click OK, and let's make my inside of my star yellow. There's a star, and holding my shift down right here, I'm making a star. Pick up my selection tool, highlight it, modify, convert it to a symbol, make sure movie clip is selected, and call it star, S-T-A-R _MC. Copy that, right click, copy it, and open the properties panel if it's not opened, and if you didn't get a highlight it, and give it an instance name, paste that in. Now, if you look at this, this is the center of this box, but it's not quite the center of where the star is. So when we do what we're going to do, we'll see this star, we're going to make the star turn, and it will look funny while it's turning because it'll be off center, but we'll go with that for now. Lock all the layers, open the action script layer, open the action frame, and right here, after that toggle, put a couple lines in. Type. Here it is. I'm going to put a space here so they're just separated. And this is a enter frame event listener. Otherwise, this would only take place once, and I want this to happen over and over. So stage, S-T-A-G-E, small s, that turns blue, period. Add event listener, small a, capital E, capital L, that turns blue. Open bracket, event, capital E-V-E-N-T, period. This is all capital letters. Enter, E-N-T-E-R, underscore, frame, F-R-A-M-E, all uppercase this is. That all turns blue right there. Comma, I'm saying E-N-T frame, small e, capital F. It doesn't matter how you spell it, and it doesn't matter what you put here as long as it doesn't turn blue. Close bracket, semicolon. You can copy that there if you want, right there, right click, copy it. Function, F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N, turns purple. Paste in that ent frame, or type it in. Open bracket, small e, colon, event, capital E-V-E-N-T, close bracket, colon, void, void turns purple, V-O-I-D. And now we're saying, if, IF turns purple, open bracket, toggle, that's that variable, T-O-G-G-L-E. If it equals, two equal signs, 1, close bracket. So if it's equal to 1, this is what we want to do. So after this close bracket, there's your open curly bracket for this if. That star movie clip we just made, S-T-A-R, capital S, underscore MC, period. Rotation, rotation will turn blue. Plus equals 0, semicolon, that means don't rotate it. And as you're typing this in, this closed curly bracket probably comes in. If not, put one here. Now, that's if it's a 1. You can copy this and paste it in and change this to and add a -1 here. Now, this is if it's a -1. That star underscore MC rotation is plus equals 5, semicolon. So when the toggle variable is a +1, the star is not going to rotate. But when the toggle variable is a -1, which will be after we press the button, then the star will rotate 5 degrees clockwise. And it's possible I need another, right here, another closed bracket, I believe. We'll see. Let's go and check it out. Looks good. Let's test the movie. Test. no errors. When I press this, I'm going to display the -1 and the star turns. When I press it, it'll display +1 and the star stops. Now if you look, the star is pivoting somewhere around here. So let's just address that for a minute. It's not part of what I'm trying to teach, but let's just address it for a minute. Unlock the star layer, select frame 1, and if we double click and go inside this movie clip, you see that little cross? If I move the star off and put that cross up here, now when we tell us to pivot, it will pivot around this point. So let's put it right on the end there. Let's see what happens now. Test movie test. And there, see that? We really don't want that, but I'm just showing you where it's rotating from. So I'm going to put that back into the center of the star if I can. And the center is not over here because the star is not symmetrical when you look at it on scene 1. See, that's not the center of this rectangle, but it's close to the center of the star. Let's test it once more. And that's pretty good. This can be used with any action code here that you want to turn on and off with one button. I hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I hope you use what you learned.